Was
Ready? Good evening. Oh, no, not yet. Take it back.
because it was so
ready?
bad. It was
Good evening and welcome to the Mount Olive Township Workshop and Council Meeting for June 26, 2018. If you would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence for all those that paid the ultimate sacrifice protecting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Michelle, would you read the Open Public Meetings Act, please?
According to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been given to the Daily Record. Notice has been posted in the Municipal Building, 204 Flanders Drakestown Road, Bud Lake, New Jersey, and notices were sent to those requesting the same.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Amianda. Here. Mr. Ferrante.
Here.
Mrs. Labow. Mr. Mania.
Here.
Mr. Stewart.
Here.
Mr. Roman.
Here.
Mr. Nacastro.
Here. The first item for discussion is going to be postponed until the Jeff gets here?
Yeah, Council President Jeff Berezny from my office will be handling this matter in executive session. I'm sure he'll be here momentarily. There was some traffic on Route 80, so if we could just continue with the
Yes.
agenda and go a little bit
We
later.
can, no problem. We have 15 resolutions. Does anyone have any questions, Mr. Roman?
Andrew, resolution number 4, the replacement air conditioner.
Yes.
Do you know if that's going to, is that the old style refrigerant or what new refrigerant, and the replacement of it, is that thinking forward as to the possibility of integrating with any other units?
Tim, do you know the specifics on the air conditioning that's being replaced in the court? I believe it's moving forward with the
new
requirements.
Right, and I also think we should start planning for the future, because I think we've been having issues with the roof, and that the roof will eventually be replaced.
Yeah, we talked about this with Sherry earlier this week, and Andrew is correct. We are moving with the new systems for the air conditioning, and we're moving forward in the next couple of years to revamp the air conditioning system in this building and the roof also. So you're going to be hearing us talk about it come budget season.
Okay.
Okay?
Now, has there been any plans of maybe expanding the building? Is there any needs in the future that maybe if we were to engage in this endeavor, that maybe it would be fruitful to think about it then?
We'd have to see with the impervious cover and things along those lines with this entire lot, whether it's possible or not.
Yeah.
I did see your email when we sent out the building improvement report. As far as functionality goes, I feel that the building is capable.
Right. No. I don't know what the
administration
administration requirements are during the day, and if there's been, because I remember years ago there was an issue that we used to store materials in a trailer out back.
We have file trailers out back for files that can't be disposed of or that are on a time limit to be disposed of.
Right.
We're currently using that system and it's working fine.
Okay. I just wanted to be proactive, and if there's any future expansion that was ever needed, that we at least keep it in mind if we're going to be, especially if we're going to be having to replace, what do we got, like 10 units up there?
Yes.
Alex, we have known that we were going to need to make improvements because this building is old, so we have put in, like the $150,000 that we put in capital for building improvements, so we have funding available in the event that this kind of situation comes up.
Okay, good. Glad to hear it. Thank you.
On that note, I also remember we're supposed to, Andrew, I was setting up something with Pastor Neil next door. If we were interested, there's 2 or 3 acres next door that he's interested in selling of the adjoining property where the library down that end, so something to consider down the road as well. Anything else on resolutions?
Nope.
Seeing none, we have no ordinances first or second. Does anyone have any old business? Does anyone have any new business? Does anyone from the public wish to be heard at this portion? Seeing none, close to the public. Do we have a motion to, well,
Why don't we go ahead and move to executive session? 'Cause I think
Okay.
it's a conversation.
all right. Before we go, we're going to, Mr. Mania, would you take us into executive session?
Absolutely. According to Section 7 and 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, I make a motion, we move into executive session to discuss personal matters, noting that the minutes will be available upon conclusion of the issue.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we're gonna go into executive session. We should be done shortly, and we'll call you all back. You're good. Go ahead, Alex.
All right, I make a motion, we move out of executive session?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we open back up the workshop session and finish up. Do we have any new business? We did any old business? I'm sorry. Any new business? And I said anyone from the public, we already went through that, right? So we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Open up the Mount Olive Township Council meeting for June 26, 2018. Michelle, would you read the Open Public Meetings Act, please?
According to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been given to the Daily Record. Notice has been posted in the Municipal Building, 204 Flanders Drakestown Road, Bud Lake, New Jersey, and notices were sent to those requesting the same.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Amianda.
Here.
Mr. Ferrante.
Here.
Mrs. Labow. Mr. Mania.
Here.
Mr. Stewart.
Here.
Mr. Roman.
Here.
Mr. Nacastro.
Here. Mr. Amianda, would you make a motion to approve the minutes from June 13th workshop and public meeting, please?
I make a motion for approval of minutes of the previous meetings on June 13, 2018, work session and public meeting.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Do I have a
Oh, we have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Amianda.
Yes.
Mr. Ferrante.
Abstain.
Mr. Mania.
Yes.
Mr. Stewart.
Yes.
Mr. Roman.
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro.
Yes. Do we have a motion to accept the mayor's appointment for library board? Sandra Duffy, superintendent's alternate, 5-year unexpired term, 12/31/20, replacing Peter Hughes.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Amianda.
Yes.
Mr. Ferrante.
Yes.
Mr. Mania.
Yes.
Mr. Stewart.
Yes.
Mr. Roman.
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro.
Yes, we have 16 pieces of correspondence. Anything on those? Seeing none, we have 15 resolutions. Anybody wish to move any to non-consent? Seeing none, do we have a motion, who's on there? Oh, we don't have anybody on there today.
John Ferrante.
Mr. Ferrante, would you move resolutions 1 through 15?
Sure, I make a motion to move consent resolutions 1 through 15.
Second.
Anyone from the public wish to be heard on any? Close to the public. Any council questions? None. Roll call, please.
Mr. Amianda.
Yes.
Mr. Ferrante.
Yes.
Mr. Mania.
Yes.
Mr. Stewart.
Yes.
Mr. Roman.
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro.
Yes. Mr. Roman, would you move the bill list, please?
I move for approval of the bill list?
Second.
Anyone from the public wish to be heard? Close to the public. Anyone from council? Roll call, please.
Mr. Amianda.
Yes.
Mr. Ferrante.
Yes.
Mr. Mania.
Yes.
Mr. Stewart.
Yes.
Mr. Roman.
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro.
Yes. Administrative reports.
I had the opportunity today to visit all 3 water activities, both the splash pad, the beach, and the pool, and all seem to be well attended. Very happy with where we're going this summer in terms of recreational activities for both residents and our guests coming from out of town. I've had several questions in terms of lake quality for purposes of swimming. I've been advised that the water is tested every Tuesday, in addition to obviously the overall lake health testing and preventative work that we do throughout the course of the year. So I feel very comfortable that the lake water is acceptable for swimming, and we will keep an eye out for those types of things which arise in a living environment such as the lake, as we had last year with the algae bloom growth, which hopefully we won't have again this year, but we'll be vigilant in terms of making sure that the lake remains swimmable. Tomorrow, as most of you know, the mayor from Carpagna, Italy will be here at 9 o'clock in the morning, which will be followed by a tour of the Fratelli Beretta facility. It should be, the event runs from about 9 to 12 in total, and all sitting up here are welcome to attend. Also on Saturday, June 30th, Overlook down in Flanders will be officially having the ribbon cutting ceremony at 11:45, June 30. That's all that I have.
Just to add about Bud Lake, I'm not sure if it's been purchased yet, but we are purchasing aerators to create a bubble wall around the swimming area at Bud Lake, so that should keep away any additional algae. Also, just to remind the public and council of the 206 bridge closure, we are slated, or they are slated to start as scheduled Friday evening for 10 days.
The 6th.
The
The
6th.
6th of
The
6th
6th.
to the 16th.
Correct.
It's going to be a nightmare.
It will be.
It will be a nightmare.
I saw the temporary lights in the back there they're working on
It's
again.
just gonna be a nightmare.
All right, thank you for that. The lake looks really good, I gotta say. At least they did a really good job cleaning it up, and I like the backdrop they put there and all with the blue. At least it looks nice. They did a real good job.
I think they
cleaning it
did a really.
Looks
good job.
great.
Yeah, looks good, so I'm sure it'll improve each year we keep doing it. Any old business? Seeing none, any new business? Seeing none, any legal matters?
Nothing to report tonight, thank you.
Thank you. Council reports, Mr. Amianda, on seniors or Board of Ed. Do you have anything?
Yes, Board of Education met, held its regular meeting on Monday, June 25th, 2018, at Administrative Building, 6:30 p.m. The board approved personnel, curriculum and instruction, business and administration action items. The board is in the process of interviewing candidates for the position of superintendent of the Mount Olive School District. Successful candidate to be announced soon. Mount Olive Middle School graduation on June 21st, 2018, and commencement exercises of Mount Olive High School on June 22nd, 2018 went very well. And that's the brief report on Board of Education.
Thank you.
Now, senior citizen liaison, Mount Olive Senior Citizen Club held its social meeting on Tuesday, June 19, 2018 at 11:30 a.m. There were no secretary's report and no treasurer's report. Club president reminded members of the coming township picnic on July 17, 2018. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you, Mr. Amianda. Mr. Ferranti, anything on environmental lake or library?
Nothing till next month.
Thank you. Mr. Stewart, anything on economic or community action panel?
In our next meeting, I'll be able to report out since we have economic development tomorrow afternoon and CAP panel on Thursday morning.
Thank you. Mr. Maney, anything on legislative or planning?
Planning Board, the Bud Lake Diner application was adjourned to another meeting. A property owner within 200 feet had not been notified, so they adjourned it to another meeting.
Thank you. Mr. Roman, anything on Record Pride?
Nothing to report.
All right, Stewart, you said tomorrow is there? I forgot, it's tomorrow afternoon?
Tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock is the EDC meeting here.
Okay, so that will be, all right. Thank you. Anyone from the public wish to be heard at this time? Seeing none, close to the public. Any council comments? Mr. Amianda?
None.
Mr. Ferrante?
None.
Mr. Mania?
Yeah, just want to thank again the administration. Great job on the beach. It looks great. Thank you.
Mr. Stewart?
Yeah, I second that one. The facility looks phenomenal when you drive by.
Mr. Roman?
I'll be going skinny dipping there soon.
Oh,
Then
God.
it's gonna lose its little flavor. You don't want to do that.
Nothing else to report.
Well, I'm not across the street anymore, so that's good. You can go. Thank you. I have nothing to say. We have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? Who's the second? One of you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you all.